say we all get a $1 raise whenever Corey messes up a name.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Irk Russell Park, home of your South Georgia Tormenta FC. Tonight's match is our night. This match, we would like those who are in attendance with United Way and the City of Statesboro who are helping grow soccer and Tormenta FC. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet tonight's starting lineups first for the visiting Tri-Cities Otters. At goalkeeper, number 0, Jorge Wiedenroth. Defender, number 3, Dario Lubich. And defender, number 15, Blake McNellis. Defender, number 13, Jeremy Shango. Defender, number 26, Juan Carlos Ramirez. Midfielder, number 6, Alex Mitrovic. Midfielder, number 8, Ivan Andebach. Midfielder number 27, Enrique Cardoso. Forward, number 14, Connor Haney. Forward, number 11, Dion Peters. And forward, number 29, Jake Gussler. And now let's meet the starters for your South Georgia Tormenta. Goalkeeper is number 1, Matt Rosenberg. Defender, number 12, Leland Archer. Defender number 15, Josh Phelps. Defender number 20, Nick Wells. Defender number 44, Ayo Sosu. Midfielder number 19, Reed Norton. Midfielder number 27, Tony Soler. Midfielder number 9, Charlie Dennis. Midfielder number 3, Mikey Rowe. Midfielder number 21, Jad Arslad. And forward, number 10, Jamie Merriam. And now let's meet tonight's officials. Head referee is Red Hamill. Assistant referee, Remy Ajasa. Assistant referee, Chris Copeland. And the fourth official, William Franchon. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Performing tonight's anthem will be Miss Jenny Kite.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rattling away, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of
Ladies and gentlemen, South Georgia Tormenta FC and the USL request that you refrain from tossing any objects onto the field. If a game ball enters your seating area, please return it to the nearest ball retriever or to the field of play. Any spectator entering the field or interrupting play in any manner shall be ejected.
It's another soccer Saturday night here in Statesboro, Georgia. Welcome to Irk Russell Park, the home field for Tormenta FC, as tonight they close the regular season taking on the Tri-Cities Otters. And we welcome you inside the booth, everybody, for the final time at 2017. Drew Felios alongside Danny Wall from the Georgia Southern Multimedia Development Center. Well, sort of a bittersweet final regular season game for Tormenta tonight. They're going to miss a spot at the postseason, but still a chance to cap off tonight what has been a great 2017, Danny.
And also a chance to get the tiebreaker win here over Tri-Cities. This is the third time that these two teams have played each other. Both teams have a 1-0 victory against the other. So a lot of good things to expect from tonight. A great matchup here, the final matchup of the 2017 regular season.
That's right. Tormenta FC had Tri-Cities here 3 weeks ago, got a goal in the 88th minute to seal that one, but then conceded one to Tri-Cities on the road. So tonight is the rubber match, and Tri-Cities, a team that is struggling. Only 3 wins on the season, but still for some reason, Danny, they seem to give Tormenta FC trouble time after time.
Yeah, they've out of the last 4 games, they're 1-3, and the one win did come against Tormenta. So they want to try to get the upper edge on them today and finish the regular season with a win. They're currently on a 3-game losing streak, so they don't want to make it 4. They want to try and snap that tonight.
But for Tormenta FC, it has been a fabulous end to the regular season. They've won 5 out of their last 6 contests, playing tremendous soccer all around. So many reasons why. We'll touch on that throughout the broadcast here tonight. As Tormenta in the familiar navy blue, Tri-Cities wears the royal blue and lime green. And we are underway. Not as hot and humid as usual here in Statesboro, in the low 80s here tonight. Conditions perfect, and the pitch once again immaculate here at Irk Russell Park.
That's right. They had a little rain earlier this afternoon that kind of cooled the temperatures off a little bit. It's been pretty hot this past week in Statesboro, Georgia, with temperatures hitting in the mid-90s and humidity making it feel like over 100 degrees. So a little bit of a cooler temperature today for the final regular season game. Should be great playing conditions tonight.
And Tormenta FC wastes no time going to work. Reed Norton will set up for the corner kick. He'll be the in-swinger for Tormenta FC. So many reasons why this team is playing their best soccer, I think, in franchise history. 2 guys, Jad Arslan, certainly a big reason why that play has been stellar. Also, Jamie Merriam has been outstanding in the second half of the year. They're going to need that firepower once again here tonight as Charlie Dennis works out of the corner.
Well, you want to keep an eye on Jad Arslan. In his last 2 games, he's had all 4 of his goals. Had a hat trick against Peachtree City on July 3rd, and then had another goal against Peachtree City on July 8th. All 4 of his regular season goals scored in the last 2 games.
This right here is what Coach John Milleracey is worried about. The counterattack for Tri-Cities. It can really be deadly. And it really came back to bite Tormenta the last time these 2 teams faced off back on June 30th up in Johnson City, Tennessee.
And in both the 2 contests that Tormenta and Tri-Cities have played each other, the 1 goal was scored in the second half in both games. So both teams are going to look to come out and score early here in this final matchup.
Coach Milleracey saying we do not want to head into the 70th minute with no goals on the board, playing in a 0-0 contest. Definitely want to score early and play in the lead here tonight as Arslan gets the touch, and so does Tony Soler, whose play has been brilliant in the second half as well. Charlie Dennis with the touch, and it'll be the first time Jorge Wiedenroth, who gets the start tonight in the net for Tri-Cities, gets a hand on it.
It was a good header, good location, but just got too far ahead as the ball rolls out of bounds, and it will remain Tri-Cities ball.
Look down Tri-Cities starting lineup here tonight. You're not going to notice a lot of familiar names. Of course, we remember Mateo Garces, how good he was the last time he was here. He is going to come off the bench tonight. And pretty much from top to bottom, Danny, you're seeing a lot of guys who are going to be given a chance in their last game of the year to make something happen.
Well, like I said earlier, they are on a 3-game losing streak, so it seems like they're trying to find a different mix of players to kind of go out there and help get Tri-Cities the victory here tonight.
Sosu will track it down for Tormenta FC. It's been another fixture in the back this season for Tormenta, that left back spot, and a corner kick coming up now for the Otters. So Tri-Cities losing their last 3 matches. They would love to finish their regular season with the win over one of their bitter rivals, Dion Peters, who was effective the last time here. We'll put this one in play. This is serviced very nicely, and it'll be touched by Matt Rosenberg, who has really been a big part of that Tormenta turnaround in the second half.
Yeah, in the last couple of games, Rosenberg has had a couple of shutout appearances for Tormenta.
Leland Archer playing tonight in the back, as is Josh Phelps. The emergence of those 2 really a critical element. As Tormenta built from the back up. Ball does not get to Archland. Instead, Jubik will play it for Tri-Cities. Broken up in the midfield by Dennis. And now Tormenta can attack. Reed Norton, nice pass along that right side. Tormenta got some numbers as they try and get it to Mikey Rowe. Here's Tony Soler. He'll reset things for Tormenta FC. Now it's Reed Norton. Norton dribbling through traffic. Left side attacks with Sosu, and the ball squirts out of bounds as Sosu nearly runs into the bleachers. The two representatives from the South Atlantic Division in the PDL will be Myrtle Beach and Nashville. When you look at Tormenta, the matches that they had with both of those teams, you could make a case. Tormenta FC just as good as both of those clubs, but you know, the problem is, Danny, is Tormenta played their best competition right at the beginning of the year, and this team simply had not gelled yet.
Yeah, in those first 4 matchups of the regular season, they tied against Myrtle Beach. They lost against Nashville in Nashville, by the way. They 4-3 loss. Very controversial game that was early on the season. They were able to get a win and a tie against Nashville in the next 2 games, and then also tied against Myrtle Beach another time in mid-June.
Jad Arslan doing lots of work here in the first 10 minutes. Now Tormenta will send it back, keep possession. Josh Phelps gets the touch. Now goes far side with it. This is where Tormenta is so dangerous. Little time and space. Reed Norton gets by. The shot is just off to the left. That shot had good line on it. It was shot by Charlie Dennis and just a bit wide.
Wow, and from our line, if you like Dennis had it, would have been an early 1-0 game for Tormenta. Just went a little wide left, but a good shot early on in the first half for Tormenta FC.
Special thank you to Campus Crossing for being the official home for Tormenta FC players. Campus Crossing, life is good.
So the first shot taken on goal by Charlie Dennis for Tormenta FC. Dennis started the season red hot, cooled off just a bit in the second half. But a player certainly with tons of potential, still very much coming into his own. Tony Soler sends it out, and now Tormenta will play from the center circle. Player goes down. Jamie Merriam was trying to get to it, and it'll be a free kick for Tormenta near the midfield line. So tonight here at Irk Russell Park, it is United Way School Supply Drive Night, as Tormenta fans have been dropping off school supplies at banks all over Statesboro. There's another shot that goes high. Jamie Merriam nearly connected that time as he approached.
Goal kick, Tri-Cities.
So Jamie Merriam, the leader in goals for Tormenta with 8 of them this year, continues to be a threat. And Jamie Merriam, a guy, after the PDL season ends, he could be one of the first Tormenta players to possibly get a call up to a USL club. Jamie Merriam has simply been electric this season.
Yeah, phenomenal 2017 year that he's had. Not only does he have 8 goals, but he had his first 2 assists of the season in the last game in that 2-0 victory against Peachtree City.
Charlie Dennis looks like he is coming out the aggressor here tonight. Dennis is, I mentioned, trying to fine-tune his all-around game. Had that magical start, tailed off just a little bit, but still has had a fairly solid year for this club. It's all about how you finish sometimes, Danny.
Yeah, Dennis has had good shots all season. The last game that we had here, we saw Dennis with a nice goal opportunity, but was just off wide right the other time. So this one, wide left, but you have to love his aggression out on the field and getting open looks for shots, and you know in due time those will come in.
Now Tri-Cities working. Here's Jubik, right side. Jubik, nice look. And the passing right now for Tri-Cities fairly solid. Tormenta able to break up the final third, though, that time, and now Jad Arslan will possess. Look at what Arslan does on the field. He just does so much. He can hold the ball up, he can attack in those critical situations, and he can score. He is clutch.
He is a key piece of this offense for Tormenta, able to provide great ball movement across the field, able to get his guys open and to find open men on the field as well.
Jamie Merriam, pass to the far side. The right side where Tormenta always so dangerous. That ball, though, not controlled, and it rolls out of bounds. As Coach Miller Racy stressing to Tormenta this year that tonight we want to play to a standard, to our standard of football. Regardless of the circumstance, we have to play up to Tormenta FC level. This team has gotten better throughout the year. One of the biggest reasons the practices have been so good in the second half. Really, players taking it upon themselves to really get better.
Yeah, they want to end the season on a high note. Just the way they've been playing in the second half of the year. 5 wins out of their last 6 games. A great turnaround for Tormenta this year.
Jubic inside the 18 now. Has it taken away. Tormenta defense marking very tightly. And now Arslan along the touchline. Pass got taken away. Tri-Cities trying the quick counter. And a back. Tormenta's defense swallowing up the final third right now for Tri-Cities.
We have Archer, Phelps, Wells, and Sosu on defense in the back for Tormenta, doing a great job preventing Tri-Cities to get any open looks.
Tormenta a little methodical now. Offensively, Leland Archer with it. Archer called by Coach Miller Racy the glue player for Tormenta this year. He's meant so much to the club. Now Tony Soler fakes a defender out of his shoes. Gave it up a little bit early. And Dennis has it taken away right in the middle of that center circle. Dennis goes down and he is holding his right ankle. Does get up a little bit gingerly.
Yeah, holding on to that left ankle. He's going to try and walk this one off and stay in the game. Hopefully it is minor, and this will be able to stay in for the remainder of the half.
Ball squirts loose now. Rosenberg will send it out. Arslan goes down, and that'll be a call. And a warning for Dario Jubic.
Jubic coming in last second, knocking Arslan over. Another possession for Tormenta.
Tony Soler. Now it's Arslan. Jad Arslan seems to be running at another speed here so far. Iososu with the service. Keep an eye on our video board tonight. If you're at the game, the board showing images from throughout the 2017 campaign, also showing images of what could be the stadium in the works for Tormenta FC. There you see Tormenta thanking all of their fans and all of their followers on Facebook and Twitter, as well as 2017 winds down here, the final regular season night of the year. Great work by our television crew here as well. The Georgia Southern Multimedia Development Center. Danny, need I say more?
Well, year 2 has just been greater than year 1. The one thing is you want to keep on moving forward, and that's what Tormenta was able to do in these first 2 years in the PDL. And Darren Van Tassel has a lot of great things in store for Tormenta for years to come. Talked about that new stadium in the works.
Yeah, talk has gotten gradually louder by the day, by the week. And fans now, if you click on the Tormenta website, tormentafc.com, you'll see images of the stadium. You can also vote, as trying to get to 10,000 votes in support for the new stadium. Just can imagine what Tormenta FC soccer will be like playing in a new stadium one day. It's a dream for this franchise and something we're going to continue to talk about throughout the night. Iososu slowly getting up off the field. And let's see if Tormenta has to bring in a substitute here in the 15th minute.
Well, Arslan is heading over to the sideline, so he may be coming out. We saw Dennis with a small injury. He's still in the game, but Sosu is going to come out and as precaution.
Sosu. You see Coach Milleracey saying we do not want to be in the late minutes with no goals on the board. Realizes the importance of getting a quick one here tonight.
Looks like Sosu will come back into the game.
Coach Milleracey also saying that, you know, the PDL, this brand of soccer, so much about matchups and something about Tri-Cities. They just match up very well with Tormenta FC. Gave them problems the last 2 times. Remember that last match at home, Danny, where Tormenta had to play till the 88th minute before scoring a goal.
And that was a fantastic game. Great back and forth competition between the two. And now made
Here's
a
Charlie
chance here.
Dennis, the shot on goal, and Wiedenroth in position for Tri-Cities.
A good look there by Dennis, and almost would have been an opportunity for a potential goal, but Wiedenroth able to scoop it up.
Second shot on goal for Tormenta. Not much on that one. Came off the left foot of Charlie Dennis. Twice tonight, Dennis has had looks up to this point. First look was much better than that one. Tony Soler tries to get this one out to the far side of the field for Tormenta. And now Tormenta attacking once again. Flag does not go up. We play on. Here's the service, and Arslan slid with the left foot. Nearly got a piece and put it in the back of the net.
Perfect position for Arslan, able to try to slide in for the goal. Was just off. Maybe he didn't get 100% of that as we take a look at the replay. It was a good lead. Slid off the left foot, but went wide left. But you have to love that from Arslan, especially because of the hot streak that he's been on in the last 2 games.
Ball stays in bound. Arslan wanted an out of bounds call, didn't get it. And now Tri-Cities playing along the touch line there, tiptoeing along. It'll stay with the Otters. Sosu back in the game. That's a good sign for Tormenta. Jubik tried to pass on the ground, and Otters will have it once again. Tri-Cities 3-8-2 on the season, and they're coached by David Strickland. This ball off the head of Cardosa.
Goal kick,
And we have a goal kick for Tormenta FC. As you get a wide look at Irk Russell Park. If you haven't had a chance to come watch a Tormenta game this season, you've certainly missed out, but we're happy to have you along with this broadcast here tonight. So much fun year in and year out, and I want to remind everybody that following this contest, we'll award our Powerade Player of the Match on the field. Some proud sponsors of that here tonight: the City of Statesboro, Viracon, the Volunteers of the United Way, and ME Marketing Services, of course. Tormenta attacking from the right, where they are always so dangerous. Reed Norton now steps up, trying to let one rip. That shot had some mustard on it. It was screaming, but a little bit high.
You wonder if teams that come in to play Tormenta have to pay attention to the aggressiveness of Tormenta FC. Another shot, good look from Reed Norton, a little too high. But just you have to enjoy the pace of play that Tormenta has been playing in this game in the last couple of games.
Slowly, Tormenta starting to pick things up. Steal attempt there, and they get it. Now Cardosa feeds Connor Haney, forward, who gets the start here tonight. Right now, Tormenta just a little bit quicker to the ball than Tri-Cities. I think right now you're kind of seeing first team speed of Tormenta against reserve talent for Tri-Cities.
Some would say that could be the case.
You got to take advantage of this time. Playing against guys that aren't the best for Tri-Cities and possibly get a goal as Dennis involved once again, getting tied up near midfield. Charlie Dennis already went down one time tonight, and he is a little bit shaken up once again.
It looks like he's favoring that left leg of his. He was holding his left ankle earlier. And he is slow to get up. Now reaching toward getting up on his feet.
3 goals on the year for Charlie Dennis. Like he had position on that slide. So free kick, Reed Norton doing the honors. Norton put some nice air under this one. Tormenta just outside the 18, the shot is just wide again. Charlie Dennis has had 3 looks now. That one, his most difficult. He was posted up, tried to spin around, and nearly put it in.
Yeah, but it was close. It was almost a goal for Tormenta once again, but another shot wide left. And this is the second shot from Dennis, as you see here again, able to turn around and let loose on the right foot. A little bit too far on the left side.
So 21 minutes in, Tormenta's had some fairly good looks up to this point. Pace of play going to really pick up here before halftime. Talked about guys like Jamie Merriam possibly getting a call up to the USL. There's some others that also will garner some attention. I think Reed Norton is one that many people believe should be playing at that next level eventually. Also got to factor in guys like Jad Arslan, who's been impressive now 2 straight seasons. Josh Phelps, another. Leland Archer could also possibly make a march in that USL.
Overall, it's just an exciting time for the players of Tormenta. While some may be getting called up to the USL, like Jamie Merriam and potentially Reed Norton, all these other players, they take everything that they learned this past season and use it in the fall when they head back to their respective universities.
For more information.
You wonder how much knowledge guys like Nick Wells and Justin Little will bring back to Georgia Southern in the fall.
Arslan operating within traffic. And just too many blue jerseys that time. Phelps, the takeaway. And Jad Arslan, West Virginia product, 4 goals this year. Nice crowd tonight at Irk Russell Park. There you see the stands nearly full, watching the final regular season contest of the season. Tormenta FC want to give them their money's worth here tonight.
And you can imagine how this crowd could increase for years to come if that new stadium comes in a couple of years.
Here comes Mitrovic. Right side now, Jubic. Here's the service. Tormenta there to cut the pass off. Again, well defended by the back line of Tormenta FC. So defense has been very good for Tormenta. Now they just got to get their forwards in some space. Arslan has not really been able to shake free as of late. Neither has Mikey Rowe on the right side. Here's Arslan, a foot race. This is where he's at his best. Jad Arslan attacking, trying to get the cross in, and a good play by the goalie, Wiedenroth, who came up to break it up.
Arslan, like he went a little bit too close while driving in for the shot. And Wiedenroth was able to cover it, so it'll be a goal kick for Tri-Cities. Here you see again, Arslan like he got a little bit too close. He was trying to peel in, and Wiedenroth coming there just in time to make the save.
got away just at the last moment. And Reed Norton on the back that time of Anderbach as Tri-Cities gets their first whistle of the match. Haney. Tormenta continuing to eat up that attack. Anderbach. Here's Cardosa. Now from the far side. Tri-Cities able to regroup. Once again, cut off though. Mikey Rowe gains possession for Tormenta FC. Each time Tri-Cities gets what is seeming like a head of steam, Tormenta is there to cap it before it really materializes.
Well, good stops by the defense for Tormenta. They pretty much had control of the entire first half, other than maybe a shot or two by Tri-Cities.
Nice touch that time by Merriam. It's going to stay with Tormenta as they'll throw it in from the far side. Posting up again, Jamie Merriam. Jad Arslan inside the 18. Here's a shot. Here's another one, and it's cut down by Wiedenroth. Mikey Rowe was just outside the 6, was able to stop it, but that was just a fabulous save by Jorge.
Wow. Two good looks, a good 1-2 punch, but straight into the hands of Wiedenroth. Another great save for the goalkeeper. Another opportunity for Tormenta that ended up being unsuccessful.
Wiedenroth doing his part thus far for the visitors. Nice 1-2 for Tri-Cities. Second pass though, squirts out of bounds, and Tormenta will throw it in.
Tormenta would like to say a special thank you to Georgia Southern University.
This was off a rebound.
It was an amazing partnership.
It was caromed, wound up right at the feet of Mikey Rowe. Right there was Wiedenroth.
Wiedenroth has had a good season for Tri-Cities in his sixth game this season. Has a 83% save percentage. Has only given up 7 goals this year. Looks like Wiedenroth is the only one that's trying to keep Tri-Cities in this game to preventing goals scored. Haven't seen much of their offense. So every time they get across the other side of the field, Tormenta's been there to gather momentum and get the ball right back.
Leland Archer, Josh Phelps, it's a great tandem. Tony Soler as well. Now Charlie Dennis leading the charge. Jad Arslan holds it up outside the 18, and Ayososu resetting for Tormenta FC. Tony Soler, youngster from Spain. Another year playing for John Milleracey, and it has been a successful one. Ayososu holding things up. There's the service, and the ball still alive, nearly found its way inside of that far post.
Another close opportunity for Tormenta. It looked like Sosu, if the ball wasn't interfered, it could have went in. Here's another look. Sosu was able to cut in off of the foot of one of his teammates that went over the goalpost and out of play.
Saw Mikey Rowe on that far post, just waiting for it. Oh, it sailed a little bit too far that time. Handball called this time for Tri-Cities. Tormenta will have it once again. Just look at the movement though. Jad Arslan along the left side. He is the engine for Tormenta, and Coach Milleracey said he is our MVP. Here he is going down. They'll draw the foul from the Otters. So Jad Arslan once again making a play, and he'll put Tormenta in position with a free kick.
Another chance for Tormenta to get a goal. You said earlier that Miller Racy said he doesn't want a 0-0 game heading into the final minutes, but he has to be happy with the way his team's been playing in the first half. Multiple looks, just not able to connect with a free kick here. And Mikey Rowe going to be teeing up. Another look.
Mikey Rowe, service in, header, shot, Arslan, second shot is good for Tormenta. Reed Norton with the blast, and it's 1-0.
And
He will be the fourth member of Tormenta with 4 goals this season. Norton able to get it in off of the ricocheted, or deflected ball, I should say. And Tormenta finally getting a goal to score here in the first half, taking an early 1-0 lead.
Norton used to making magic with his left foot. This one comes off the right foot, right there. Waited for it, was in a good spot. Tri-Cities wanted the offsides, but Norton was in the right spot, and he cashed in.
And looking again, he found an opening that Wiedenroth just wasn't able to get over in time. It's a great rebound goal for Norton.
So 30th minute, Reed Norton scores his 4th goal of the season for Tormenta FC.
That's going to give Tormenta some great momentum. With still a third of this half left. Tormenta has a chance to get another goal if they can get back over. They've played great defense so far in this game. And once again, trying to deflect the ball away, and they get possession.
That's the first goal for Reed Norton at home this year. Has not played his best in front of the home crowd, so that a big boost for Norton, one of the best all-around players on this roster. Remember last year, late in the season, saw some fabulous goals from Reed. And good to see him finally get one here in 2017.
Absolutely. And sometimes getting goals on the road more at home isn't a knock to being at home. Sometimes you just do better playing in enemy territory. But a good job for Norton, able to get his first goal at home this season.
Tormenta playing with some rhythm now. Norton comes up, takes it away. And now Tormenta attacking that 18. Player goes down just outside of it. Tri-Cities will try the quick counter. Tormenta playing very confident soccer right now. Arslan along the left side. Keep an eye on him. Dennis holds it. Arslan trying to spring free. Now it's Rowe. Another touch to Merriam. Merriam trying to keep it in bounds. And he's double teamed as the ball belonged to Tri-Cities.
Good keep away from Merriam for the most part before losing it. Just overall a good sequence from Tormenta. Back on the other side, Dennis to Arslan. Arslan almost had another look, was able to get it out. Now they're going to have tremendous confidence going forward the rest of the first half and in the second half as well.
Well, Tormenta did what they said they had to do, get a first half goal against this Tri-Cities team. Now the Otters working quickly. Dion Peters, an offensive force wearing number 11. McNellis playing in the back, passing a little bit sloppy for Tri-Cities in this first half. Arslan goes down, and that slide tackle could have gotten a whistle. Instead, we play on as Ramirez came up to trip him up. Sosu. Jamie Merriam to Reed Norton. Tormenta now getting in position. Arslan playing along the right. The service is in. The shot is just short. Ayososu, rebound. Tried the cross and nobody home. Arslan, he is working so hard right now. He goes down and the whistle comes out. And that'll be a yellow.
Wow, almost another goal scored by Tormenta. Was just off there, but you have to appreciate the momentum and the aggressiveness that they have. Here's another look of the yellow card. Arslan was trying to get away. He was tripped up at the last second.
So Arslan's gone down, Sosu has gone down, so has Charlie Dennis. Been a physical match so far through the first 35. Just outside the 18, free kick for Charlie Dennis and Tormenta FC.
Be a chance for Dennis to redeem himself here and get that goal that he's been longing for in this game.
Dennis just shoots it over the goal.
A little bit too hard there on the initial kick.
And once again, moving on to announce our halftime.
A little bit less power. Could have got it over the defender and probably would have floated in.
Tonight's contestants, Teresa Novotny and JJ Puccio. Please meet at half field at the 40th minute mark. Coming up shortly.
Well, as we approach the final 10 minutes of this first half, Tormenta it's been all Tormenta the first half of this game. They want to keep that same momentum in the second half. One thing they have to keep an eye on, and they have to do in the second half, is they can't come out slow when the second half starts. We've seen that earlier this season. They had a one-goal lead. They go into the second half and they give that goal up in the opening 5 minutes of the second half. So they want to come out aggressive, on site, and ready to go.
First offsides of the night called on Tormenta. Jad Arslan got a little too far ahead of the pack. Drew Felios and Danny Wall here at the home of Tormenta FC, Irk Russell Park. Another outstanding year of PDL soccer coming to a close tonight in the regular season. Tormenta want to send their team home with a win and a good start as Reed Norton scores in the 30th minute to get Tormenta on the board. Now Peters working for the Otters. Jamie Merriam comes up to defend. And Tormenta, look at Nick Wells, what he has done also this year. Wells been the most surprising player on this Tormenta team. Norton, good pass. Arslan got away from him. Arslan tried to control it, just scored it right through his feet, and a big smile. I think Jad knew it.
Another close shot. You know Jad wants that one back. He has been longing for a goal in this game. Had a couple of good looks. Like you said, it has been the engine for this offense in this game. Foul called. Just overall, if you're looking at Tormenta's schedule this year, look at the wins and losses. It pretty much tells a story of Tormenta this season, same as last year. Started off, wasn't able to get too many wins, a young team trying to just learn how to play together, and you've seen the chemistry improve throughout the regular season. And here towards the last couple of games, 5 out of their last 6, trying to make it 6 out of their last 7.
Tormenta making it really difficult on Tri-Cities to get anything going on their side of the field. You can really see Tormenta's made the adjustments to prior contests that they've had with the Otters. Talked about this guy right here, Nick Wells, Georgia Southern product. Coach Milleracey says he is really going to have an awesome year in the Sun Belt.
We had a great season last year as well. And being able to be a part of this team, he said that he missed out on the inaugural season with Tormenta, wanted to see what it was all about and joined the team for this year. So I have a lot of experience able to bring back to the Eagles in the fall.
This ball gets away from Jake Gussler, and Tormenta will throw it in.
A big thank you to the United States Air Force for your outstanding
Yeah, Nick Wells, a guy that just simply does not come off the field anymore. Really has impressed this coaching staff, not just with his talent, but the way he has really competed. The whole goal is to come here, get better, challenge yourself. So many players have done just that. As you see the foot race to the ball, and again, getting to it first is Wiedenroth.
And the positive thing is Wells has home field advantage, being able to stay here and play for the home team. Along with Justin Little as well, who's a defender for Georgia Southern on this Tormenta team.
Sosu now approaching. Nice service, and the header once again is high. Sosu with the good pass as he was looking for Jamie Merriam. Merriam had a good idea. That was a perfect service right in the center of the box. How about Jamie Merriam, leading scorer, 8 goals on the year for Tormenta FC. Mentioned players for Georgia Southern playing for Tormenta. That's not always the case. Several players like to go elsewhere, travel, get outside of Statesboro during their summers. So Tormenta excited to have as many Eagle superstars as they can have. You need to do a better job recruiting, Danny.
Well, you know, another thing about playing in Statesboro for some of these Georgia Southern players, they have head coach John Murphy able to watch the progress.
Yep.
You know, Murphy's been doing a lot of great things with Georgia Southern soccer. They had that trip to Germany as Rosenberg coming up with the save.
Well, coming up at halftime, special goal in one segment as Danny will head down to the field. We'll check in with Darren Van Tassel down there. And cannot wait to see this. As the goal in one will be featured at the half. New car at stake, valued up to $20,000 here tonight at Irk Russell Park. And a whistle. And we have a push in the back as Tormenta will have to give it up. Now it's Jubik. And this time he was offsides. And a select number of fans are only eligible for that new car, ones that purchased their season tickets for 2017 before December 31st. So what a treat to have a shot to get a brand new car. That would be amazing. We'll see that coming up at halftime. Tormenta trying to possess here in the final minutes of the first half. Reed Norton tries to squeeze the pass through. Jad Arslan, man on the spot again. Tormenta has another shot at it. And this one sails to the left. Jamie Merriam with the wraparound. Almost stuck it in that far post. So Merriam's had a header attempt just minutes ago, and this last one spinning and with the left foot. Idea was perfect. Trajectory, Joe. The trajectory just a little bit wide. Tri-Cities trying to counter here before halftime. Connor Haney lost it. Leland Archer has just been solid on the back line for Tormenta tonight. Tony Soler, sloppy passing, taken away. Tri-Cities keeps it in their half. Sosu comes up to collect. Should have a few minutes of extra time here coming up. Also coming up in the 50th minute tonight, have a chance to talk to Bob Hoff, the director of the United Way. Hoff will join us here in the booth. Ayo Sosu a Otter. It'll be a throw-in for Tormenta. Once again, Tormenta on top 1-0, courtesy of a 30th minute goal by Reed Norton. Service up now by Rowe. Tormenta trying to keep it alive. Reed Norton. Now Jad Arslan. Arslan trying to create some space and has the ball knocked away. So final minute of regulation here, and then we'll tell you about the extra time. Here's another shot, ball caroms out. Reed Norton comes up to collect. Norton trying to get a clear path. Rowe was waiting for the pass. Here's another blast atop the 18. And it also sails wide. This one, though, to the right. Most of Tormenta's misses have been to the left. That one on the right, the attempt by Tony Soler. 1 minute of stoppage time coming up.
1 minute of stoppage time, 1 minute.
See if Tormenta can possibly get one more chance here before intermission. And several of them in the first half. This ball going to be sent out. As we got some fans walking along the track here at Irk Russell. Safe to say this is the highest attended game that we've had all season long, but of course we'll have to wait for the final attendance numbers for that. Jad Arslan played one off for his teammate. Now Tormenta will try and keep possession. Nick Wells lost it. Reed Norton sends it out of bounds. And that is going to do it for the first half of play here in Statesboro. 1-0 your score. Tormenta on top of Tri-Cities, courtesy of a Reed Norton goal in the 30th minute. When we return, we'll join Danny Wall and Darren Van Tassel on the field. Actually, we'll keep it here as Darren Van Tassel and Danny Wall getting things set up right now as we speak. Let's send it down on the field. Darren Van Tassel and Danny Wall. Here we go.
For the both of those names. They have been selected in the drawing about 2 hours ago. They didn't know anything about this. And what we've got is Gerard Pre-Owned Vehicles has sponsored our Goal in One shot. These two lucky season ticket holders have got a shot. It's already been pre-marked, 25 yards out. Teresa Novotny has won the coin toss. She's going to go first. We've got our sign coming. It's on its way. She's got one shot from 25 yards. She's got to put it through that circle. And it's coming on out. We appreciate all the good work that's gone into here. And this is going to be a great shot. Daniel, what do you think? You know, the tension is huge. Here's what they win, guys. $20,000 towards a new vehicle from Gerard Pre-Owned Vehicles, who've been a great sponsor for us all season. We wear them on our uniforms. Teresa, the arrows are pointing to the mark. Whenever you're ready, Teresa, you can get a running start. Whatever you need to do, the time is yours. Fans, we got to get up a little bit for her. Let her hear it. All right, that's a good shot. She's happy that it got to the net. Well done, Teresa. It was a goal, just not a goal in one. All right, Jeff Landon's with us here. He's got the ball set. JJ, the time is yours. It's up. Oh, right on the crossbar. Thank you so much, folks. Gerard Pre-Owned Vehicles for our goal in one shot. Daniel, how did it look from the press box the first half?
It's been a great first half. Great impression by Tormenta, able to get an early 1-0 lead. We'd love to keep it up in the second half. It's going to be a great one. Stick around. We'll be right back after this commercial messages.
we get you back to you.
Here we go. The storm is coming.
Tormenta attacking. Tormenta aggressive that time defensively, and it pays off. Up in the air, shot taken, deflected, and just to the right. Another good chance, and it's an early goal. He puts this one in a good spot, and it's a goal.
Welcome to South Georgia.
The rebound is up and good for Tormenta.
Tormenta is here.
I'm not playing with you. I can bend a little bit. I can play a little bit. I'm for you. I can see a little bit. I can see a little bit of you. I gotta hold on you. You gotta hold on me.
My name.
I gotta
Alex?
hold on
Mine
you.
too.
I got a new swimsuit with glitter and fringes, and I got a case of the too many Benjamins.
The Ivis Foundation.
Welcome back inside the booth. Drew Felios here. Tormenta FC with a 1-0 lead over Tri-Cities at the half on the final night of the regular season in Statesboro. Well, it's been fun watching this Tormenta team develop in 2017. One of the guys who has improved so much from start to finish has been Josh Phelps. Phelps last season was a player for Coach John Milleracy's Southern West Virginia King Warriors, except last season he was playing in the front. This season he was moved to the back. Wasn't always an easy transition, but now at this point of the year he has gotten the hang of it, and he is starring in the back for Tormenta FC. Much more on Tormenta star Josh Phelps.
I'm from the Sunshine Coast in Australia. I played in the PDL last year, actually under John Milleracy, the head coach here now. So I did play in college. You know, that does put a good stepping stone in place. You know, so you are already playing with players all over the world. So playing with new players, I think, doesn't really do much because it's such a universal game. You know, football's the biggest game in the world. We've all got a sense of speaking the same language. There's just little bits and pieces you go tweak and twerk for certain players, but that doesn't take long. I committed under Ben Freakley in Charlotte. After one of the trials, I got a call from Ben Freakley and told me about the program. We played against Tormenta last year, and I saw just how they were doing it. You know, the positive marks I made on the PDL, and just the way they did business. It was the right way, and it was something that I wanted to be involved in. He doesn't change. You know, that's the one thing you get from him. He doesn't play any head games. He's pretty straightforward. You know, he likes to get little meetings with you individually, so he'll tell you why you're not playing, you know, what you can do to get in the team to play, you know, why he thinks you are playing, what you can expand on. He's very straightforward. He's not going to play any mind games with you. That's one thing I really like about him. I don't tie my shoelaces at practices, and I nearly forget every game before we kick off to tie my shoelaces. That's a little fun fact. So I play centre back, so that's sort of the controlling arm of the team. So, you know, I'm sort of directing play, telling us when to go, when to stop, you know, when to press, when to squeeze, when to hold the ball, when to relax. Just constant talk to the team, constant communication, and obviously then stop their attackers scoring goals is the main objective. Backline, I used to be a striker last year, and I played midfield all through college, so I do like playing all over the field, being, you know, like a utility player, but I'm finding my place now at centre back, and that's where I think I'm going to be.
we get you back to you.
Through downtown and thrift stores, a blue mile to your door. With new signs and old friends, a new day, no dead end. 'Cause I'm off the highway for good. Oh, I'm moving on and I'm letting go. And I just thought that you should know that I'm on my own, but I'm not alone. 'Cause I've got the road with fast cars and more thrills, for good beer that love fills, with bright lights and warm nights and whatever feels right. 'Cause I'm off the highway for good. Oh, I'm moving on and I'm letting go. And I just thought that you should know that I'm on my own, but I'm not alone. 'Cause I've got the road. I'm not playing with you. I can bend a little bit. I can play a little bit. I'm here for you. I can see a little bit. I can see a little bit of you. I got a hold on you. You got a hold on me.
My name.
I got a
Alex?
hold on you.
Mine too.
I got a new swimsuit with glitter and fringes, and I got a case of the too many Benjamins.
Hi fans, we're back here live at halftime where Tormenta is up 1-0. We know we've got to get some more goals, but I'm so excited to be here with one of my dear friends, Bob Olive, the Executive Director at United Way. Bob, we've got a great campaign that Tormenta teamed up with this week, but it's one United Way has been doing for quite a while.
That's right, Darren. This is the 4th year that United Way has been partnering with Prevent Child Abuse Bullitt County to do a school supply drive for our children in our schools. There are so many great activities and offerings for children out there to get supplies, but to be honest, there is still a great need for many of the kids in our school system, and this is just a way that we have partnered together not only with Prevent Child Abuse, but with a number of local businesses to try to get as many school supplies as we can to these children. We work directly with the Bullitt County school system, so the supplies go directly to them, and they get with their counselors, and they get these supplies out to the kids that need it the most, because these kids, if they don't have the supplies, they get down on themselves, and having the supplies just leads to them having a great, successful school year.
And the start of the school year is so much about getting the new stuff, and I know we were so proud this week with our players to visit so many of those drop-off points this week. We were walking through downtown Statesboro, hitting the pavement, and really thanking all those drop-off spots. Most of them have been banks, but once again, Statesboro comes together when we need something. In this case, it's on behalf of United Way and our kids here in Bullitt County.
That's right. And when we went out, you didn't tell me that we were going to be walking, so I didn't have on the proper shoes. But we did. We made our way down Main Street and visited all of our partners. We want to thank, and I'm going to try to go down the list. Hopefully I don't forget anybody, but Farmers and Merchants, Core Credit Union, BB&T, Colony Bank, Sea Island Bank, Queensboro, Renaissance, Citizens Bank, and Bullitt First for being our drop locations. So if you didn't have a chance to bring supplies with you tonight, you can always drop off anything at any of these locations here in Statesboro and Bullitt County, and of course they will be put to great use.
I know as we get in together, is there anything you'd like so our listeners to know as we're wrapping up conversation here about the great impact that United Way makes, and anything else that they can keep helping to get this fund drive going?
Well, in addition to that, we're about to start our annual fund campaign, which allows us to work with the agencies here in Bullitt County that we have the privilege to work with. And we can work directly with 19 different agencies here in our community, providing them funding to help them with programs and services. So it's a great effort, but it does take the community working together to do just that.
Bob, thanks for having us. We've got our drop-off sponsors, places we've been all week that are here. So great to have us here at United Way in Tormenta. It's halftime, 1-0. Tormenta over the Otters. We've got to get a few more. We'll be right back after these messages.
Here we go. The storm is coming.
Tormenta attacking. Tormenta aggressive that time defensively, and it pays off. up in the air, shot taken, deflected, and just to the right. Good chance, and it's an early goal. He puts this one in a good spot, and it's a goal.
Welcome to South Georgia.
The rebound is up and good for Tormenta.
Tormenta is here.
Soccer Saturday night in Statesboro continues. Drew Felios, Danny Waugh, Tormenta FC 1-0 to lead over Tri-Cities as we get set for the second half of play. A busy halftime segment with our goal in one. We also had a chance to meet Josh Phelps up close, and also Darren Van Tassel. Nice conversation with Bob Hoff, one of the United Way directors, and all the active business that United Way has been doing with Tormenta FC. Really great to see Tormenta and the way they get out in the community.
Yeah, just another way that they're able to help the community and expand on where they're at. And they've done a great job with that in the last 2 seasons. Like you said earlier, we got to see a little package, know a little more about Josh Phelps. Can you believe he doesn't tie his shoes at practices or at games and he forgets? He must be doing that a lot, considering that he's been doing great on the defensive side for Tormenta in this game.
Underway in the second half. The 1 goal scored by Reed Norton, his first at Irk Russell this season, 4th of 2017. Charlie Dennis, early 1-2 to Mikey Rowe. Rowe had chances in the first half, so did Jamie Merriam. And then, of course, Charlie Dennis, several opportunities. This could easily be a 3-0 or 4-0 contest right now. Tormenta goes to work, trying to get it to Arslan on the far side, and it'll be an early goal kick.
And you may see Tormenta play conservative here in the second half, but more so than anything, they need to keep the ball away from Tri-Cities and keep their pace of play going. One thing I said going into the second half, they don't want to come out sluggish or slow. They want to stay at a high pace throughout the beginning and then maintain their way throughout the rest of this game.
Tormenta called Tri-Cities a tough matchup before this game began. Tri-Cities has caused a few problems for Tormenta on the counter, but Tormenta FC's defense has been stellar up to this point. Interesting to see how many substitutions are made for the Otters throughout the second half of play. We have a whistle here. It's going to be a free kick for Tormenta. Tri-City starting the game with a lot of second teamers in tonight, guys who would usually come off the bench. The question is, are some of the household names in Johnson City, Tennessee going to enter the contest at some point?
Well, one player that is listed as one of the substitutions for this game is Mateo Garces. He leads the team with 4 goals this season. And for Tormenta, you know they're going to bring in a couple of their players as well in the second half. That ball goes away right out of play. Of course, for Tormenta FC, Sam Lofts, Max Hasenstaub, Neil Vinyals, who has started in a couple of games this season on the substitution list, along with Trent Whiteley. And also listed as a goalkeeper for today's game, Robert Flott, who has yet to play at the goalkeeper position this season.
The story for Tri-Cities has been the play of their keeper, Jorge Weidenroth, who, we had a PR person from Tri-Cities come in the booth here at halftime, checking the stats, wanting to know if Weidenroth's save total in the first half was a team record. That's how many shots the young goalie has sent back. So he has been really busy, and he's up to the task.
Well, if I had to guess right now, he has to have at least 5 saves so far in this game, maybe more by the end of the game, depending on how aggressive Tormenta goes and tries to increase this lead.
Evan Haar switches it to the other side. Haar, number 12, starts the second half for the Otters. Now Peters. Peters quiet up to this point. Mitrovic, the nice pass. And now this sets up a shot. And the first opportunity of the second half, one of the best of the match for the Otters. It was Roberto Suarez with the shot.
Ball went wide right, a sigh of relief. Rosenberg. The first of many shots that we'll see from the Tri-Cities here in this game. They have to play catch-up throughout the most of this half.
There's a hold, and the official right there to make the call. So Tormenta have that goal in the 30th minute by Reed Norton. Now they want to get some insurance. Nick Wells trying to get past the defender, make something happen. Wells playing at home here tonight at Irk Russell. Here's Rowe, Mikey Rowe, through traffic, trying to get a pass through. As Tri-Cities was able to keep it outside the box. Wiedenroth with his hands on it again.
And if I had to pick who would get the insurance goal for Tormenta here in the second half, I'm going either Charlie Dennis or Jad Arslan. Both of those guys, like you said, had numerous amount of shots in the first half, just wasn't able to connect. But you know they would both love to get a goal here, especially Arslan, who's had all 4 of his goals in the last 2 matches, including one being a hat trick in a 6-3 victory at Peachtree City Nova.
I remember at the beginning of the year, Jad Arslan was still with his West Virginia Mountaineer Club as they were traveling Europe. So he was late to join Tormenta. Set him back just a little bit. You watch this Tormenta team play, you just wish the regular season were longer, because for the second straight year, they're playing their best soccer at the tail end of the season.
Absolutely. That second half for Tormenta in both years, the inaugural season and this season, you've seen great soccer played by this team. It's just like they are able to get things clicking and get things in order. It won't be too long before these men will head back to their collegiate clubs with the regular season just up ahead.
There's a good shot in the box, and it squirts through for a goal for Tormenta FC. That ball just carried and carried some more, and eventually found a spot inside the far post. And it was Jamie Merriam once again who was going to get credited. Got airborne, and the header just enough of a piece to get inside the net.
Well, there's the insurance goal for you. And Merriam with his 9th goal this season. He talked about a call-up. He's got the stats. He's able to add one more to it, and a 2-0 lead for Tormenta.
Sometimes just get a piece of that ball deflected just a little bit, and it just got lost. The goalie could not track it. And just like that, it's 2-0.
It's always the close ones. They've had a lot of close attempts in the first half, and this one just bounced their way. And now Tri-City's trying to answer back here.
There's some contact just outside the 18. Connor Haney goes down. Josh Phelps defending his territory. Made him really pay for it.
I gotta get the extra zoom in to see if his shoes are tied. Can't tell. He has some words with the ref, and look, it will be a free kick for the Otters. Here's another look. Phelps was going for the ball and tripped up one of the Tri-Cities attackers and ended up getting the whistle blown.
Now you heard Phelps at halftime in that feature saying, I am a defenseman for sure. Here's the shot, and this one will sail high. So Tormenta escape. An early threat again for Tri-Cities, but Phelps has really embraced being a part of the back line. We saw him last year with Southern West Virginia. He was a forward, he was getting airborne, he was pretty much in on every run. It's gotta be tough, Danny, to kind of know that you're not gonna get the opportunities that you used to get and really embrace that role in the back.
Well, you have to just take a list of the objectives that you need to do and put your focus on that, on defense. It's not gonna be all about getting good looks, being able to score here and there. It's also about how you can defend the back line, and that's what Josh Phelps has been doing this season, especially in this game tonight.
There's Mitrovic attacking. Mitrovic, little hesitation. Goes down again. No call this time. Leland Archer was with him step for step. See a little bit more sense of urgency from Tri-Cities right now. This is Suarez attacking from the right. And you can see the opportunities, the quality of chances getting better for Tormenta. Wiedenroth going to come way out to cut this ball off. So Tormenta with a 2-0 lead at home. Have not had this opportunity much this year to play with the lead, with a multi-goal lead here at Irk Russell. And let's see how they respond. 2-0, a decisive edge, but could evaporate in a heartbeat if everybody is not on their assignments. Merriam called that time, as going down was Jeremy Shungo.
And the record at home this season has been 3 wins, 2 losses, and 2 ties. One of their wins coming up against Tri-Cities back in late June. Was also able to get a win at home against Nashville earlier this season. And like you said, the first half of the year was a very tough schedule for Tormenta. They had to play Nashville 3 times in the first 6 games of the year. This would be a good opportunity for Tormenta if they can get ahead.
Jad Arslan comes away with it, and now Tormenta can attack again. Reed Norton, middle of the field. Mikey Rowe, right side with the touch. Tormenta possessing, taking their time. Merriam, the good pass. Norton tried to squeeze one through. Wanted a call, didn't get it. Tri-Cities trying that quick counter, but Tormenta, they're waiting for it tonight. It's almost like they know it's coming as Nick Wells comes up to take it away.
And now they added another goal, so the sense of urgency is picked up for Tri-Cities. So you're going to see them try to get a couple more looks and try to get through on the other side, but the way the defense has been for Tormenta in this game, it could be too late for the Otters. There is still plenty of time in this 2-0 ball game.
Now Reed Norton. Here's Arslan. Arslan gets to it. Chad Arslan, what a one-on-one move. There's the cross and the shot. Saved by Wiedenroth. Sliding save, as good as it gets. High quality soccer we're watching tonight. And fans wanted a handball that time, and the whistle doesn't come.
I'm just surprised and amazed looking at Jad Arslan's quick feet and passing skills. A good shot there by Mikey Rowe, but deflected off the leg of Wiedenroth. Another angle of Arslan, able to get a good lead, able to get through the defender. Another good look from Tormenta.
That run was as good as it gets. Arslan touched. Merriam touched. Mikey Rowe had a chance to finish it. So even though Tormenta doesn't get the goal right now, they are really dominating the pace of play.
So no, 85-15 in favor of Tormenta through this entire game. They've been dominating on offense and having great defense as well.
Getting great shots down on the field tonight from our Georgia Southern Multimedia Development Center crew. You see action on the field and just how fast this game is played here in the PDL. Ayo Sosu leading the run for Tormenta. He's going to get called for the offsides.
And the crowd was cheering Sosu on. Sosu wanted to get an open look for a goal. Sosu with only 1 goal this season on 1 shot attempt.
Your amazing features of Tormenta FC and
wanted to go for a perfect 2 for 2.
Coming up on 60 minutes here in Statesboro. Tormenta FC with a 2-0 lead. Goal by Reed Norton and a goal by Jamie Merriam, the difference. And This could be the first yellow of the game for Tormenta. Ayososu coming very close. As the official comes up, gives him a warning, and we'll play from there. Good service and trouble for Rosenberg, but he handles it so well. He is such a calming influence.
It took a bounce, and Rosenberg was able to go with 2 hands and get it. That was a better kick from Tri-Cities. The first free kick we saw earlier in the half went over the goalpost. And that one just a little bit short, as Rosenberg was able to get it off the rebound.
Arslan, he has wreaked havoc tonight for Tormenta. Does not have any goals, but he has kept this defense for the Otters honest from the opening kick.
He's been giving them trouble a lot on offense and defense. It's almost as if he's in the right place at the right time every time.
Seems like he gets better as the game goes along, too. I mean, you got to wonder, how good would Tormenta have been at the beginning of the year if Jad Arslan was playing at the level that he's playing at right now? It just takes a while to mess with your new teammates. Here he is again. Arslan gets in the danger zone, trying to dribble through 2, and that nearly led to a shot. Tried to squirt it through, split the defenders, then catch back up to it. But Wiedenroth was right there.
Yeah, he hit a little bit too hard in between those 2 defenders. Didn't have enough time to get back over and get the ball for a shot. Wiedenroth was able to come up with it.
He's going to keep working that spot, though, Danny. Right there, he takes a fist in the back.
And you talked about if he was with the team in the beginning of the season. I mean, the first 4 games, there were 2 ties and 2 losses for Tormenta. You put Arslan out there on the field, one of those ties is definitely going to be a win.
Entrance gate.
And the work rate of Jad Arslan just sensational right now. Soler lost it that time, and now Alex Mitrovic tries to get something going for Tri-Cities. It'll be a corner kick for the Otters, and their first one of the second half.
Tri-Cities.
So a look here for Tri-Cities. They have a hard time scoring in the second half. They've only had 10 goals all season.
Nice service this time. Ball was where it needed to be, but not been able to muster many shots on goal tonight for the team in blue.
They also have a hard time defending shots in the second half. They've been outscored in the second half this season, 17-6.
Matt Rosenberg, goal kick for Tormenta FC. Rosenberg will head back to his University of Central Florida team after tonight. Nice touches that time. Arslan just fights for it and wins it. Now trying to get by the final defender. Lots of contact, and we play on. You know what is sad though, Danny? A lot of the players for Tormenta, they are headed out on their flights early tomorrow morning, tomorrow in the afternoon. A lot of them heading back to their clubs, and it's almost bittersweet. Just wish that this team could be together longer, because watching them come together like they have throughout the year is really, really been cool to see.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic 2017 season for this Tormenta FC club.
It was emotional earlier today at the final team lunch of the season. The team usually gets together and they have a meal, you know, Danny, before each game. And Charlie Dennis fighting through the defense. Dennis one-on-one. Can he get a shot off? And it's deflected. at the final moment, Wiedenroth came up to get a hand on it.
Oh, he wanted that one for sure. Had the one-on-one. Just got ahead. Take another look and see what happened here. Trying to go ahead. And it looked like it just went off maybe the tip of Wiedenroth's hand. Able to get a piece of it and go above the goalpost. So it'll be a corner kick for Tormenta. And Reed Norton will be teeing it off.
Charlie Dennis probably didn't want to go left to right because he's missed wide so many times tonight. So he tries to go high with it and overshot it just a little bit.
Looking at some of his shots from earlier in the game, it's been at an angle the way he's been aiming. So even though he was straight ahead, if he would have tried to aim left or right, I believe he would have gotten it.
Now Reed Norton, the in-swinger from the near side. Wells, good service. A couple Tormenta players go airborne. And this one gonna be sent out of bounds.
Goal kick, Tri-Cities checking in for the Otters.
So 65th minute, and now substitutions as Jordan Broadwater will come in for Tri-Cities. Also Evan Haar will check in. So Haar and Broadwater in for the Otters. Sure, and stay with us on Facebook. Immediately following this contest, log on to your Facebook page, and we know you're a liker of the Tormenta's Facebook page. You can watch the post-game show, the Powerade Player of the Match awarded immediately following. Arslan goes down hard, and now Wells whistled with a frustration foul trying to defend his teammate.
And now we have two players that are down. Look at Arslan here trying to go for it and getting caught up with the legs of one of the Tri-Cities defenders, and Nick Wells trying to defend his teammate. So Arslan's up and the Tri-Cities defender is still down. And trainers are going to take a look at a member of the Otters holding on to that, I believe, his left knee.
So for the moment, Russell Stadium has gone quiet here in the 67th minute. Jad Arslan will come over and try and get hydrated. So Arslan and Wells on that last play. And you saw what happened with Wells as he came over to try and defend Arslan when Arslan was taken to the ground. And this is Juan Carlos Ramirez getting up for the Otters. Juan Carlos Ramirez, defender, had a tough task tonight trying to keep Jad Arslan in check. He has been running all over the field.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna stay off. He was able to get up on his own will and walk off the field. His night may be over. But he's had a lot of work in this game, having to contain Arslan in this game.
Now Reed Norton working. Tormenta from the far side. Mikey Rowe, left-footed shot. Sails to the left.
Good work. Keep it up. Keep the aggressiveness up in this game. You don't want to give Tri-Cities any chance at all to try and get a goal. This is a tiebreaker between these two teams. Each team has a 1-0 victory over the other. This will be a goal kick for the Otters.
Well, during the injury stoppage in play, Tormenta did go to the bench for the first time as Jordan Liu, the midfielder out of Tampa, enters the contest, and he replaces Charlie Dennis. So Dennis's night likely done as he goes 65 minutes here in the regular season final.
And you wonder if there's going to be any more subs in this game. more so for precaution of the players, because we've seen a lot of action in this game, a lot of hits, and a lot of players go down. Seen Arslan go down a couple of times. Dennis, who's now out, was holding on to that left ankle of his. We've seen Ayo Sosu.
Reed Norton,
as well.
Beautiful pass. Arslan, can he get to it? The goalie does first. Norton with a shot. And that one deflected by Juan Carlos Ramirez. Reed Norton had a second chance and a chance at an empty net goal that time.
Well, I don't see Arslan coming out of this game for a while. He is still trying to get his first goal of the night. Reed Norton was just off on an empty net goal. Would have been 3-0. It could have been 4 or 5-0 the way Tormenta's been getting off these shots here in the contest.
Oh, Coach Milleracey said we don't want to be in the 70th minute and have it be a no-score contest. We're in the 70th minute. Tormenta has 2 goals, and they have kept a clean sheet against the Otters. Played nicely by Cardoso. Just like that, though, Jordan Liu comes to take it away. Liu with those fresh legs off the bench. Norton and Arslan made for a pretty good tandem here tonight. You know, it's fun. You kind of hear the chatter down on the field. Our field mic picking up a lot right now. These guys doing a lot of talking over the past few minutes. There's contact on Suarez, and Suarez will have a free kick.
We've had a lot of moments where we've had some play right in the midfield, and we've gotten to hear a lot of chatter from both teams. Looks like Tri-Cities will have a free kick, a chance to get their first goal of the night.
Alex Mitrovic will put this one in play. Matt Rosenberg, clean sheet so far for Tormenta FC, set in the goal. There's the service, and that one not a threat. Rosenberg watches it sail to the right.
A little bit of hesitation from Tri-Cities. Thought there was a bit of confusion, a little bit of delayed start. And it may have shook him up a little bit on the goal attempt.
Mateo Garces comes in for Tri-Cities here in the 72nd minute. We've been wondering, where's he been all night long?
Team leader in goals. 4 goals on 20 shots this season. And he probably saved him for fresh legs.
Arslan, nice one too. Jad Arslan and Reed Norton back and forth. And the ball goes out of bounds. Goal kick coming up. Arslan having a little fun with the fans. That's a good seat to have right behind the goal. Fans really getting into it on those far sides.
Oh yeah, a great chance to see all of the action. You gotta watch your head. A couple of balls may go your way. A great seat. Everywhere is a great seat here at Art Russell Park.
Comfortable lead right now for Tormenta FC.
Talked about how after this game, players are going back to their respective clubs, but there are some players who go back to training once the season's over. One being Reed Norton, definitely wants to get called up, but he's putting in practice day in and day out. Hopefully, he's looking to stay here at Georgia Southern and be a part of the coaching staff. He was one of the coaches last season in John Murphy's inaugural year with Georgia Southern. So Norton could potentially be on the staff again. If not, he's going to be training some more, trying to work his way up through the system.
Tormenta right now possessing, just keeping it away from the Otters. As long as they can do that, Tri-Cities won't be possessing. Ayo Sosu wants to threaten. Here's Reed Norton. Tried to go back to Sosu, but Ayo kind of stopped that time. And Tormenta let an opportunity get away there.
If I'm reading Norton, I'm taking the shot. I'm going for it. You had the great pass set up by Sosu. One cross kick in, and that's a goal. It's a goal right there. You have to take advantage of those opportunities while you have the chance. You've seen a lot of great passing from Tormenta in this game, but there is a thing of being too passive. And that's a moment right there from Sosu to Norton where Norton was a little bit too passive.
I think Norton, his unselfish nature, wanted to reward his teammate that time for starting that run. That's one that probably should have been a goal.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, there's nothing wrong with wanting to get your teammates involved, but when you're that close to the goal, you're there for a reason. And you got to take advantage of it right there.
More pleading of our official, Sean Foster down there, number 17. At this point, if you're Tri-Cities, not so sure
Yellow card issued.
how pleading with officials is going to help.
Tri-Cities number 17, Sean Foster.
That yellow card issued to Sean Foster, the midfielder. Limited offensive opportunities tonight for the Otters. Merriam stays with it. Jamie Merriam sticks one in for Tormenta FC. Goal number 10 in grand fashion.
I have no words. That's just a great look by Jamie Merriam. Here's another look. Had two defenders on him, was able to maintain possession, get it right past Wiedenroth. Now 3-0 Tormenta FC.
What else can Jamie Merriam do this season? 2 huge goals tonight in the regular season finale for number 10. This is a guy who started the season slow, was taken out of the starting lineup by head coach John Milleracey, then inserted back in, started to pick up his play, and he has just not looked back. Double digits in goals for Jamie Merriam. Wow.
And if he doesn't get called up, I don't know what to say. Like, he has put on an amazing performance tonight. 10 goals this season. A great way to finish off the regular season, too, with Tormenta.
Merriam so opportunistic.
Substitutions.
Staying with that one.
Number 23, Sam Ross. And number 8, Bill Daniels. Coming off number 10, Jamie Merriam. And number 19, Reed Norton.
Tri-Cities now trying to work, and they'll keep possession.
There's good defense from Tormenta. Every time that Tri-Cities has had a chance to get inside, just great defense. We talked about the defense for Tormenta in this game. Archer, Phelps, Wells, and Io Sosu protecting that back line for a majority of the game. And at this point, for Tri-Cities, they just want to try and get one goal. But for Tormenta, they want to shut this team out.
Sam Lofts in the game right now for Tormenta FC. Usually in situations like this, we'd be looking for a heroic goal from Lofts to try and cap it for the home team, but no need right now. 3-0. And a dominant performance tonight from Tormenta FC. And we're going to get another yellow here as Tri-Cities with a desperation move right there to try and hang on.
Well, that was a blatant foul that was called there. Had the hands on the jersey towards the end. So another yellow card officiated. Tormenta with possession of the ball again, and a little over 20 minutes left to go. I should say a little less than 15 minutes. All Tormenta has to do is just play keep away in this one, and they'll get the victory. But they may want to try go for more. Here's the shot. It's blocked and deflected and picked up by Tri-Cities. Just multiple looks from Tormenta throughout this game. They want to run up the score on the Otters.
Contribution to Tormenta FC.
This is the 5th game this season for Tormenta when they scored 3 goals or more. And in those 5 games, so far they're 3-1. They want to make it 4-1 following the conclusion of this one. Another foul officiated as Mikey Rowe trying to get ahead. This is a free kick opportunity for Tormenta. The clock continuing to go. Just over 10 minutes remaining in this contest. 3-0 Tormenta FC. Here's the free kick. And it goes right out of play. Tri-Cities going to get the ball right back as they continue to attempt to even get 1 goal in this contest.
So Tormenta continues to keep their foot on the gas pedal here late. Gotta love the way that they just have not let up. No mental lapses in this contest. They are putting in the complete 90 here tonight.
With Sam Loft in the game, usually he's in there as a scorer for Tormenta. With a 3-0 lead, he can just help keep the ball away, or he can get a goal for himself as they keep on getting on the other side of the field and getting good looks.
Ayo Sosu, he looks like he wants a goal right now. Ayo playing in the back on that left side, attacking right now with vigor for Tormenta. So Tormenta will play it out of the corner. Tony Soler, young man out of Spain, had the shoulder injury at the start of the season. He's really gotten into shape. He has used this Tormenta season to drop 15 pounds. He is running like the wind right now, and his decision-making has been outstanding.
Looks like we're gonna have the substitution for Tormenta as Jad Arslan's night is officially over, and Max Hassenstab will come into the game. Hassenstab has been great for Tormenta this season. 3 goals, 1 assist on the year, and 11 shot attempts.
This ball served far post. Hassenstab right off the bench. Wastes no time as he kicked that ball right out of the air.
Why not? Had the open look, just deflected.
That would have been the ultimate one-timer. Now Vignoles off the bench. How about this pass? And a shot this time goes right.
At this point, Tormenta has all the momentum right now, including with the subs that come into the game. They're ready to score as well. Hassenstab with a great look. Neil Vignoles wanted to get one as well. Jordan Lewis done great coming off the bench earlier in the second half.
You know, Danny, we talked about players like Jamie Merriam possibly getting called up. I talked to Coach Milleracey about that. And he simply said that, you know, being in this Tormenta organization, we want guys to stay with us as long as possible, but we also want guys to move up. If too many guys are staying with us, that means we're doing something wrong. That's the reality as Tormenta continues to want to be the hotbed to try and groom players for the next level. They want to build a pipeline, and I think they're doing that here in year 2.
Oh, yeah. The way they have been able to attack and be aggressive. I said earlier that this is the 5th game which Tormenta has scored 3 goals or more. They're 3-1 so far. Going to make it 4-1. They hold on to this lead in the remaining 10 minutes or so.
Your amazing contributions and support.
Those players, you're going to see. You're going to see those players over time. They're going to get called up. And a great opportunity for Jamie Merriam to be the first player to do that and start a line of players being called up from the PDL to the USL.
Well, Coach Milleracey says immediately following this game tonight, he's going to meet with every single player individually and address their future. Basically say, hey, we'd love to have you back, or hey, great job, or hey, we'll see you 1 year from now. I think the coach has put a lot of thought into it, says doesn't know exactly the plans for next year, but again, he wants these players to get that call to the next level. We're going to see some players back next year, but the reality of the situation, a lot of these guys are playing their final game for Tormenta tonight.
Well, you already started with one key thing, and that is that Coach Milleracey is going to be here next season. You got to remember, in the inaugural year has been Freakley.
Another shot and another goal for Tormenta. And Max Hasenstab makes the most of his playing time in the 85th minute.
Well, there you go. Hasenstab able to come right in and finally get the look. Good left-footed kick going across to the right side. 4-0 Tormenta. And you got it. And we keep on talking about the progressiveness of this team. Last year, the inaugural season, it was Ben Freakley in the first season. John Milleracey here as the new coach this year. But the the key thing is that he's going to be the coach next season. So a continuous coach going to keep up with the momentum. And you know he's going to bring in a lot of these guys to come back next season. And if Jamie Merriam or Max Hasenstab doesn't get called up, he's going to be on top of the list.
Coach Milleracey, some tense moments with this Tormenta team at the beginning of the season. Of course, the way they finished last year, consensus thinking was they'd start the season on fire. Instead, difficult schedule at the beginning, having to play teams like Nashville, teams like Myrtle Beach at the start, the best teams in the league. And they were fairly successful, but did not get their first win until their 5th game of the season. So it took a while to get a win, and then the confidence slowly would come. And these players tonight have shown they are certainly meshing here at the end of the year. And I'll tell you what, it's just a shame we're not going to see this Tormenta team competing in the postseason.
Exactly. And looking at their record since their first win on June 8th, they had 2 ties, but after that, a 4-0 win, a 1-0 win over Tri-Cities, another 4-0 win over SC United. Yeah, they lost to Tri-Cities 1-0 in the next game, but since then, 2 straight wins against Peachtree City, 6-3 and 2-0, and now a 4-0 lead against Tri-Cities in their final game of the season. So you take away the 1 loss. They've only had 1 loss since June.
Cut off by Jordan Liu. Tormenta not satisfied just yet. They want another shot at it. Sam Lofts, look out if he gets it in scoring range.
Hold up. He may get it.
Lofts with a shot, and it's 1 more. Why not? Sam Lofts and Tormenta feasting here in the final minutes.
That may be the final nail in the coffin right there. Sam Lofts was able to get the goal off the deflection, off the steal, I should say. Good kick.
That was too easy. Hasenstab came over. Lofts just simply had to let it go. And a 5-0 rout now for Tormenta FC.
They usually call those late goals or those late game moments the showcase time. You see a lot of players being able to show what they can do, and Sam Lofts is giving these Tormenta fans a night to remember.
So goal in the 87th minute by Lofts. That's his 5th goal of the year. He has been awesome off the bench as a specialist. The work he has done in 2 years with his franchise has just been epic.
And get better rates and great banking services at Renaissance Bank.
Well, you see on our video board right now some of the pictures of the new stadium. And the dreams of Darren Van Tassel and this Tormenta franchise, what they have in mind. Seen a lot of different images on that board tonight, but you saw some of them just a moment ago. They were showing what that stadium would look like. And I guarantee you the talk is going to continue to pick up here in Statesboro. Could be a possible new home for Georgia Southern soccer as well. Exciting times ahead, Danny. I like what I'm seeing.
Oh, absolutely. And he's got the fan support. He's got the community support here. And in due time, we will see this new stadium. It's going to come into existence. It's going to give it time.
Good chance for the Otters, trying to get a shot off. Tormenta trying to preserve a clean sheet here. 89th minute, should have about 3 minutes of stoppage time coming up.
You just look at the way soccer overall has grown in the United States, more, and especially in the state of Georgia, with the inclusion, the debut season of Atlanta United, drawing sellout crowds at Bobby Dodd Stadium and later at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Tormenta FC growing with Atlanta United.
Yep, James Brighton, one of their former players, playing in that system right now.
So you just have to look at the progress that soccer in the state of Georgia has been going, and that you best believe that in due time, the buzz and everything, and the more years and years as soccer gets more popular in the state, you're going to see sellout games, not just in North Russell Park, but potentially at this new stadium that Darren Van Tassel wants to create and bring to the Statesboro area. Now, as we go through the final minutes, I have to ask, Drew, there are a lot of players in mind for the Powerade Player of the Match. You have Jamie Merriam with 2 goals. Reed Norton was able to get 1. Sam lost the late game goal. Jad Arslan has just been the workhorse of the group. Who do you think is in the lead for the Powerade Player of the Match?
I think it's got to go to Jamie Merriam. 2 goals, not just for what he's done tonight, but also his work on the season. 10 goals, double figures. I believe the first Tormenta player to accomplish that. And that will do it from Irk Russell Park. Tormenta FC gets their 7th win of the season. They finished the year 7-3-4. The home fans love it as they finish the PDL year in grand fashion. Final thoughts, Danny, from Statesboro. What a night.
It's been an overall great year for Tormenta in year 2, able to dominate the way they've had in the late year. They are going to get things right moving forward, and you can definitely see this team in the postseason in due time.
Tormenta FC getting a couple goals from Jamie Merriam. Also, Hasenstab, Norton, and Lofts scoring as well. 5-0 domination here in Statesboro. We want to thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. For Danny Wall and all of us at the Georgia Southern Multimedia Development Center, I'm Drew Felios. Tormenta victorious 5-0 over Tri-Cities. Have a terrific weekend.